Exciting times are ahead for Last of Us fans. Yes, Last of Us Part 2 is coming out in May. However, just as exciting, I would say, is the Last of Us television series is in the works at HBO from the creator of Chernobyl, Craig Mazin, and Neil Druckmann is helping out too. This is gonna be incredible. At least I should say it has the potential to be incredible. I'll go over all the details that Hollywood Reporter had about that. Also, we've got updates on Trails of Mana, as well as a new first-person physics-based puzzle game in Relicta, and we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first up, the Last of Us series is in the works at HBO from Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin, and Neil Druckmann is helping out as well. Mazin and Druckmann will write and executive produce the adaptation of the Sony PlayStation video game. Craig Mazin, the creator of the acclaimed limited series Chernobyl that was very, very well received on HBO, is reteaming to adapt The Last of Us, the massive PlayStation video game franchise. In a rare development in the world of video game adaptations, the writer and creative director of the game, Neil Druckmann, is also involved and will work with Mazin to pen and executive produce what is intended to be a series. Carolyn Strauss will also executive produce along with Evan Wells, the president of Naughty Dog, the Santa Monica-based developer of the game. The project is a co-production with Sony Pictures Television in association with PlayStation Productions. It will be the first television series from PlayStation Productions themselves. Last of Us 1 originally launched all the way back in 2013, and obviously it got an incredible reception when it did come out, and I remember showing the game to a lot of my friends and people that just weren't into gaming as much as me, and their immediate thought was like, oh my god, this is more like a movie or a television series at times rather than a video game. Obviously, Last of Us had a core gameplay component as well, and the gameplay was really good, but it's easy to see that a game like that could easily be transferable into a television medium as well. I mean, The Walking Dead is a thing, and that's generally a comparison you'll see every now and again with The Last of Us. What's gonna be interesting is gonna be the casting choices for this one. Joel is somebody that they really need to get right if you're trying to adapt him into a television series. He has such an identifiable character. Same can be said for Ellie, but Joel even more so, in my opinion, is going to be somebody that they really need to get right. So how they do that will be rather interesting. Hollywood Reporter also goes over the game itself. Joel, a hardened survivor, is hired to smuggle a 14-year-old girl out of an impressive quarantine zone. What starts as a small job becomes a brutal, heartbreaking journey as they both must traverse across the US and depend on each other for survival. The HBO series will cover the events of the original game, which was written by Druckmann, with the possibility of additional content being based on the forthcoming game sequel, The Last of Us Part 2, which of course releases on May 29th. Mazin, who is said to be an avid player of the game, stated, quote, Neil Druckmann is without question the first storyteller working in the video game medium, and The Last of Us is his magnum opus. Getting a chance to adapt this breathtaking work of art has been a dream of mine for years, and I'm so honored to do it in partnership with Neil. From the first time I sat down to talk with Craig, I was equally blown away by his approach to narrative and his love and deep understanding of The Last of Us, that was said by Druckmann in a statement. With Chernobyl, Craig and HBO created a tense, harrowing, emotional masterpiece. I couldn't think of better partners to bring the story of The Last of Us to life as a television series. The Last of Us won numerous Game of the Year awards and went on to sell more than 17 million copies across both its original release and, of course, its remastered version on the PlayStation 4. This is an incredibly exciting opportunity for us to partner with Craig, Neil, Caroline, and the teams at Sony, Naughty Dog, and PlayStation to bring the virtual world of this acclaimed game to life, stated HBO programming president Casey Boyles. This is the first of many shows we intend to develop with our friends at PlayStation Productions, so that is a very telltale sign of something that could happen in the future. Just thinking about it, I mean, it's in the news right now, but how does a Ghost of Tsushima television series sound? That's something I literally just thought of off the top of my head, and I think that could be a really, really cool television series. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see how The Last of Us series turns out, and then we can open the floodgates to everything else. But I think this could be a big avenue into a lot of PlayStation IPs being adapted into television series, and I think there's a lot you could do with a lot of the PS IPs. Druckmann is a longtime vet of Naughty Dog, starting as a programming intern in 2004. In 2007, he was given the role of game designer on Uncharted kickstarted Drake's Fortune, the first installment in the action-adventure series, and of course in 2013, he created The Last of Us based on a concept he developed as a student in university. Mazin's Chernobyl tackled a bleak and complex true-life event and became a must-see show on HBO and was very, very well received. The show itself won an Emmy for Outstanding Limited Series and landed one for Mazin for Outstanding Writing. Mazin also won a PGA award and a WGA award. So a lot of potential here. I don't want to push the cart before the horse and say that this is going to be incredible, but definitely the potential is there. And based on who's involved, the fact that Druckmann is on board with this gives me a lot of confidence in this. And then you have somebody like Craig Mazin working on it. This has all the potential to be an incredible HBO series. We don't know exactly when it's going to come to fruition, probably not for quite a while, but this is something to definitely keep your eyes on. Alright, moving on from that, Trails of Mana has gotten a gameplay trailer and brand new screenshots. We got a 4-minute overview trailer of the April 24th due remake. Trails of Mana is a full high-definition remake of the third entry in the classic Mana series. The game will bring the beloved story and characters to the modern era with real-time combat, beautiful 3D graphics, and updated gameplay. Released back in Japan in 1995, Trails of Mana immerses players in an unforgettable adventure filled with exciting gameplay, memorable heroes and villains, and players will craft varying experiences by selecting a party of 3 from 6 unique characters as they embark on the adventure of a lifetime, and depending on the characters you specifically pick, the story is actually going to have some differences as well. Through the game, you'll be upgrading their characters' classes into more powerful forms, learning over 300 different abilities, and discovering a world of secrets and mysteries to explore. Those who pre-purchase or purchase the physical or digital versions of the game by May 21st, 2020 for Switch or PlayStation 4 will receive a Rabbite Adornment DLC, allowing players to gain more EXP after battles up to level 10. Pre-orders of the digital version of the game from the PlayStation Store will also include an exclusive avatar set featuring the game's 6 heroes, while those who pre-purchase or purchase from Steam by May 21st, 2020 will receive the Adornment DLC as well as an exclusive wallpaper set. Again, a new gameplay trailer is up right now. As far as April goes, a lot of JRPGs are coming. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Sakura Wars, and you're talking about at the end of this month, Persona 5 Royal is coming out as well. I think out of all of the aforementioned JRPGs, and of course Final Fantasy VII Remake, Trails of Mana might be the one game that kind of falls to the wayside. We'll see how it turns out, and it's actually Trials of Mana. I keep saying Trails because I got the Trails of Cold Steel thing in my head, but nonetheless, Trials of Mana will be coming on April 24th. Check out that overview trailer now. And lastly, I do want to note that the first-person physics-based puzzle game Relicta is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia in 2020. Combine magnetism and gravity to unravel the secrets of Chandra Base. Ravenscourt will publish developer Mighty Polygon's first-person physics-based puzzle game for PlayStation 4 in 2020. It's a first-person physics-based puzzle game where you need to creatively combine magnetism and gravity in order to unravel the secrets of the base. Alone in the treacherous depths of the moon, your scientific mind is the only thing that can keep your daughter alive. Play as a top physicist stranded on an eerie, derelict moon base. Find your way around the enigmatic terraformed crater by bending gravity and magnetism to your will in order to solve physics puzzles. Will you rush straight ahead and try to reach safety, or will you take your time to gather clues and unravel the intrigues of 22nd century orbital politics? Buried in the eternal darkness of the lunar craters lies a secret that might claim your daughter's life or change the fate of humanity forever. Are you ready to face the ultimate consequences of your research? Key features include mind-bending mechanics, complex physical puzzles, lovingly detailed environments, deep and enigmatic background story. Find clues and piece together the details about the investigation of the anomaly, and an immersive original soundtrack where you'll slip into the soundscapes of a sci-fi psychological thriller. I think it's very important to have quality soundtracks in a puzzle-focused game, and it looks like this one is definitely going for something relatively immersive. Again, that is looking to be released sometime in 2020. However, we don't have an official release window at this point, at least nothing outside of the 2020 year window that we've been given. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, The Last of Us is going to be adopted into an HBO television series. You've got a star-studded cast working on it. I really think the potential is limitless for this one, so hopefully it turns out really well, and I imagine that given who's involved with this, I don't want to push the cart before the horse, but it is gonna be pretty good if my, thoughts on it are gonna be realized. And if Neil Druckmann's vision is realized, I think it's gonna be really good. Trials of Mana has gotten a brand new gameplay trailer, so check that out. We got information on that, and it's out April 24th. And the first-person physics-based puzzle game in Relicta is coming to PlayStation 4 in 2020. Be up to date on that, and we'll bring you guys more information on that game as we get closer to release. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.